back to my YouTube channel. This is Unit 2 Current Electricity for class 12th and we are discussing its various topics. The topic we are going to talk about today is called Wheatstone Bridge, which is based on Kirchhoff's law, which we have discussed in the previous video. So let us step into the article and let us understand what the Wheatstone Bridge is. In Wheatstone Bridge, we need 4 resistors such that if we are having 4 resistors P, Q, R and S, and these 4 resistors are arranged in such a way that these 4 resistors form the arms of the quadrilateral, then the arrangement is called a Wheatstone bridge. That means we need to take 4 resistors named P, Q, R and S, and then we have to arrange these 4 resistors in the form of quadrilateral, and this arrangement is named as a Wheatstone bridge. Also in this case we need to connect a galvanometer, and most of the times we connect the galvanometer between the junction points B and D. So the galvanometer is connected between B and D. Also, we need to consider some other factors about the resistors. We are having 4 resistors, out of which we are having one resistor R, and this resistor R is having a variable value. That means we can change the value of resistor R, and this is a variable resistor. The last resistor, that is 4th resistor, is S. It is having an unknown value, so most of the times we do not know the value of S resistor, which is forming the 4th arm of the quadrilateral. So in order to understand the arrangement, we need to understand the diagram. So let us consider the diagram and we will form the 4 arms of a quadrilateral. So these are the 4 arms of a quadrilateral. Now we need to put the resistors in all these 4 arms. So let us place resistor P in the first arm of the quadrilateral, then resistor Q in the second arm of the quadrilateral, then resistor R in the third arm of the quadrilateral, such that it has a variable value. So we will put a arrowhead on this resistor indicating that we can change the value of R resistor, and S resistor is placed in the 4th arm of a quadrilateral and it has an unknown value. Now we need to connect a galvanometer, so we will connect the galvanometer between the junction points B and D. So we have marked the points B and D where we have connected the galvanometer, and now we will be connecting this circuit with the external source of EMF E. So that is, we are connecting this circuit with the battery. So this is all about the Wheatstone bridge. So this is the diagram and this is the type of arrangement we need in a Wheatstone bridge. Now we need to consider various other facts in order to study the Wheatstone bridge. So first of all, for every device we always have a principle. In physics we always have a principle for every machine. Now, in order to study the Wheatstone bridge, we have to study the principle. So, according to the principle of a Wheatstone bridge, if 4 resistors, that is P, Q, R and S, are arranged in such a way that the current flowing through the galvanometer becomes 0. So that means if we are having 4 resistors P, Q, R and S, we are adjusting the values of these 4 resistors in such a way that the current flowing through the galvanometer becomes 0, then the bridge is said to be in balanced condition. Then the bridge is said to be in balanced condition. That means in balanced condition our 4 resistors P, Q, R and S are having the values such that no current flows through the galvanometer, and under this condition we have, in this condition P upon Q is equal to R upon S. So this is the ratio, and this ratio is called, that is P upon Q is equal to R upon S when current through galvanometer becomes 0, is called Wheatstone bridge principle. So we have to prove this law, and in order to prove this Wheatstone bridge principle, let us consider that I current starts flowing through the battery. So if I current is flowing through the battery at point A, I current will divide itself into two parts because it will be having two ways, across AB and across AD. So let's say I1 current is flowing through the branch AB, therefore I minus I1, that is remaining current, will flow through the branch AD. Now at B point, I1 current is getting confused, so it will divide itself into two parts. One part will flow from the galvanometer, that is IG current will start flowing through the galvanometer, and the remaining current, that is I1 minus IG, will start flowing through the branch BC, that is resistor Q. Now at D point, we are having I minus I1 current coming from A to D and IG current coming from B to D, and this current will get together and will start flowing through S, that is I minus I1 plus IG will flow through the resistor S. So we need to apply the Kirchhoff's law in order to deal with this bridge. So in order to deal with this bridge, we will have to implement the Kirchhoff's laws. So let us consider the loops which are needed. So consider a loop ABDA. When we will consider the loop ABDA, that means we will move from A to B, then from B to D, then again from D to A. So this is the loop which we have chosen. Now we are moving from A to B, and the current I1 is moving from A to B through resistor P. So according to Kirchhoff's law, the direction of loop is same as direction of current. Therefore I1P, it will be positive. Then we are moving from B to D, but IG current is also moving from B to D. So direction of IG current is same, that is IG into G, where capital G is representing the resistance offered by the galvanometer. Then we are moving from D to A, but I minus I1 current is flowing in the opposite direction. That is, we are moving from D to A, but I minus I1 is moving from D to A. Therefore, A to D, I minus I1 is flowing, therefore it will be taken as negative. So minus I minus I1 into R is equal to 0, equation number 1. In this loop ABDA, we were having no cell in the loop. As there was no cell in the loop, therefore this equation is equal to 0. And now we will consider the another loop BDCB. So the another loop is BDCB, not A. So we will consider the another loop BDCB. In this case, we are moving from B to D first. Our IG current is also moving from B to D. So first of all, let us mark the direction of the loop. That is, first of all, we will move from B to D. Then we will move from D to C, and then we will move from C to A. So IG current is passing through the galvanometer, and galvanometer is offering resistance G. Therefore IG into G, it will be taken positive because the direction of IG current is same as direction of loop. Now we are moving from D to C, and the current I minus I1 plus IG is moving in the same direction through S. Therefore plus I minus I1 plus IG multiplied by S, because the direction of the current is same as direction of loop. Now we are moving from C to B, and the current is moving from B to C, and the amount of current which is moving from B to C is I1 minus IG. Therefore direction is opposite, therefore this will be negative. So minus I1 minus IG into S into Q, is equal to 0. So this is our equation number 2. So we have implemented Kirchhoff's loop rule. Now we are having the equations. We just have to solve these equations in order to prove P upon Q is equal to R upon S under balanced condition. So in balanced condition, current through galvanometer becomes 0. Therefore, Ig is equal to 0 in balanced condition. Therefore, we will simplify and we will put Ig is equal to 0 in equation number 1 first of all. First of all, we will put Ig is equal to 0 in equation number 1 and we will simplify that equation. So therefore, we have I1P plus 0 into G minus I1 into R is equal to 0. Now, we are left with I1P minus IR minus I1R. I have just multiplied R inside, so it is equal to 0. So we are left with I1P minus IR plus I1R is equal to 0. Now we have I1 taken common into P plus R is equal to IR. Taking minus IR towards the right hand side, it will become positive. So this is the equation number 3, which is simplified equation after substituting Ig is equal to 0. Now we will put Ig is equal to 0 in equation number 2 and then we will simplify equation number 2 as we have simplified equation number 1. So let us see what the equation is. According to the second equation, we have first term Ig into G. So we can write 0 into G. So 0 multiplied by G plus, let us check what the second term is. Second term is I minus I1 plus Ig into S. So I minus I1 plus 0 multiplied by S. And the third term is minus I1 minus Ig into Q. So minus I1 minus Ig into Q is equal to 0. So in the next step, we will put Ig is equal to 0. So I have checked once again. Minus I1 minus Ig into Q is equal to 0. Minus I1 minus Ig into Q is equal to 0 in the third term. So we are left with I minus I1 into S minus I1 minus 0. So I1 minus 0 is I1 into Q is equal to 0. Now IS minus I1S minus I1Q is equal to 0. Again, we can take minus I1 common. So we are left with S plus Q is equal to 0. Or we can say I1 into S plus Q is equal to IS. So this is the second equation which is simplified and it is turned out to be the fourth equation. Now we are having third equation and fourth equation, and we will rewrite the third equation as, actually instead of rewriting the third equation, we will divide equation 3 with equation number 4. So equation 3 is, let us check, I1 into P plus R. I1 multiplied by P plus R divided by I1 S plus Q, which is the left hand side of the fourth equation, is equal to IR, which is right hand side of the third equation, divided by IS. Now cancelling out I1 and I, we are left with P plus R upon S plus Q is equal to R upon S. Now we need to cross multiply these terms so that we can solve the equation. So we have PS plus RS is equal to SR plus QR. Now RS and RS could be cancelled out because they are same terms on the opposite sides of the equation. So PS is equal to QR. Rearranging, we can write P upon Q is equal to R upon S, which is the condition when bridge is in balanced condition, and under balanced condition current through galvanometer is 0. So we have proved that P upon Q is equal to R upon S, which is our Wheatstone bridge principle, that is when current through galvanometer becomes 0. So I hope you have understood the concept. If yes, then do not forget to press like, subscribe and share button.